Alright, I'm going to show you the two trades that were very high probability. The first trade that was occurred today on AUDCAD, Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. So to take more advantage of this trade, I do recommend you to go through on your one markup and then watch this video so that you can learn more. Okay, I'll first show you my pre-markup, then I will go to the chart and overall scenario I'll show you, and then I'll come to the execution part. Okay, this video will be in that kind of section. Let's start with the 1st May, that is today. I'm recording right now on Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. Give me a while. Uh, okay, the chart markup that you are currently watching is M15. Uh, First, let me go through the higher time frame, and this was my pre-markup. Right side you're watching is this. This is 4-inch chart markup. Sorry, uh, yeah, this is my 4-inch chart markup. Uh, Around this is double screen. That is why time is not showing. I might show you on M15. Yeah, around 6:25 UTC, 30 or 45 minute prior to the session opening. So this is all recorded and pre-planned. So first I will talk about the narrative, and on higher time frame let me take you to the chart. Give me a while. Okay, so this video will be sort of like a recap, and I do wanted to record this video and share with you all guys because this trade was really a high probability in terms of 1H and 4H as well. And not just that, but also M15 structure was very clean, by the way, in compared to euro dollar. And as you know, euro dollar is very range bound, and right now it's very tricky to trade euro dollar. That is why we need to switch to the other pair and look for the high probability trades that is occurring. I haven't done many of my markup, like all breaker structure, chalk, and whatever other thing. This was very basic analysis, and I came to the chart and I just saw that price has already mitigated after this sweep of this major buy side liquidity. This buy to sell week POS mitigated, and price was really like pushing for the downside. Here we do have this chalk as we photon traders do we use to signal that this might be an early signal that we will have this deeper pullback. But I'm not that into this chalk, whether rather than I'm looking at the overall scenario, how price delivered to this POI buy sell liquidity sweep, and then we are right now having this like sell off. So this is more of like advanced analysis, I will say, because I am more into the overall narrative, how this reaction is coming after the mitigation. So that being said, on 4S, let's just switch to 1S. That actually made this trade very good in terms of structure and narrative building. First, let me show you the pre-markup on 1H that you can relate to more. So this was 1H pre-markup. If you see carefully, uh, this was being supply that was being respected, and very nice supply chain was being formed. And coming into the chart, I just saw that price was trying to have a pullback into this POI again. I think I'm making confused. Let me take to the chart. So this is that 4H POI that I was talking about on 4H. After the mitigation, if you see carefully, we have this bicyclicity that was swept, and that was more of more confidence why this pullback happened. And after the 4H supply mitigation, this supply on 1H was very clean, by the way, that was being formed, and that attracted me more. I was on pre-markup, the price was right here, right? If you saw carefully, or just rewind the video and see on pre-markup, price was around here, and I was just waiting in London session to have a pullback into this POI and try targeting just this bicyclicity. So when I checked this low, that was swept like a peep on this broker, on Onda broker. But if I checked on other broker chart, it wasn't swept. Instead, it has like a little gap on, even on my broker chart, that wasn't swept. So I just consider that as a buy side liquidity equal low to target for after this mitigation. So that being said, in terms of supply, in terms of liquidity, that was really clean for me, which which is for me like very high probability in terms of supply chain and structure. When I show you the M50 structure, that will be like more sounding how this trade was very high probability. So if you see overall structure, so that was the 4H supply. We have a very nice sell-off from this 4H POI, mitigation of this 1H POI, and coming into the chart, when I see this corrective nature pullback into this 1H POI, which was again stacked with this M15 POI, that I will say not, this was not a high probability, but how this price was very corrective pullback to this POI, and this M15 was not just POI, but it was also stacked with the 1S supply, right? This POI didn't sweep any liquidity. That is why I'm saying that's not high probability POI, right? But that has caused this M50 order flow shift. So again, that has caused something significant. I mean, that's okay, POI. I won't say high probability, but it's lower end to the high probability. So the major thing I like on the M15 was, if you compare to the EU right now, which is very like messed up, see how clear pullback was this, right? What is another leg? You, the framework that we follow, right? After pullback to the strong leg, we pull back. I mean, that's weak leg is the next target, right? That's the framework that we follow for now. So being aligned with the overall framework, and again we have a very nice supply chain on 1H. If you cannot visualize on M15, this was the 1H POI. I was really keen and very interesting to see how price will develop around this POI, and I was very happy to risk my capital on this POI, right? So when I saw uh, this equal high getting swept, I thought around London that price will just pull back, but that didn't happen, and price just pushed lower low. But coming into the New York, price pull back to the POI. But again, I do not trade new work. That is why I was not on the chart, and I was uh, I was on. That's really annoying. I was not on the chart, and I was on running actually. I was doing physical, so that is why. Yeah, this was actually my M15 pre-market. Let me show you after when price pulled back to this. When I came into the chart and I was looking at the reaction. So in post analysis, I saw we do have a very nice this LC1 liquidity. Again, this was a liquidity. Taking immediate liquidity, I will say to this because uh, wait, see, we do have a few things in terms of liquidity. I call the immediate liquidity that is being taken before our entry. I call that immediate liquidity, and that's really very important. Before the trade you get into, if we do have like uh let me like zoom out a bit. Yeah, when we do have this kind of immediate liquidity grab before our entry, that notice yourself sometime. Okay, do practice this thing also. This really comes with experience actually. When we sweep immediate buy sell liquidity, that kind of trade actually works out very well, by the way. And that's one chart, just leave it. Yeah, that was the analysis, and that was the execution. I do missed out, but again I wanted to share with you all guys, because next time when this occur, we don't messed up and we do not miss. So see, the both pair that I am talking is not even my major pair. To be honest, I do not ever trade AUDCAD or sometime I do trade pound dollar, but majorly I do not. I majorly I trade just euro dollar. But the price right now is very messy. That is why I have to shift to the another other pair. I do come to realize that when we do have that kind of projection, it's really worth like looking onto the other pair. So the another trade I'm going to talk about is on pound dollar on 11th April. I please and again I recommend you all to go through on your one first to relate more from this video, and you will really appreciate this thing. Give me a few minutes. Yeah. So first, let me clarify a few things. The chart markup that you were currently watching is I used FX replay. Oh shit. Yeah, I use FX replay to pre-populate for myself while explaining. That would be easier. Otherwise, like I do not have a premium of trading you. That is why I use FX replay mm, to pre-populate this all writing. Actually, I was not able to take like I was. It was so quickly onto the live chart that I do not have a time to write this all. I just can see this all happening at the moment, and this was really quick. That is why I use FXCP to pre-populate. First, I'll show you my proof. That was my execution. I took a one M50 order flow sheet, more of an advanced M50 order flow sheet. I will talk later on execution part. Okay, for 2.3 hour. Okay, now let's start with the higher time frame narrative building, and that will be more clarifying, right? I will take some time to read out through my chart actually because it has been quite while. Uh, okay, yeah, the few things I have wrote here. That swing structure is bearish, but it doesn't matter as the range is very big. So the thing I was saying here was, see, this structure was really like bearish. Despite of that, I really like how this, what to say, this like uh, more of a staged projection, right? So whenever this happens, staged projection is there, we eventually have that kind of pullback, right? So that was my thoughts on writing this. So looking at just forex, it seems immediate order flow is extremely bullish. That we do not have any doubt actually on this. Uh, it's quite clear to you all. We have a very this strong leg. Sorry for this disturbance. Give me a while. Yeah. So equals high here can act as a magnet to attract the price higher. On forex, to be honest, we do not have a very clear projection, but that will more relate to you when I come into the one chart, and that will sound more why I took this trade as why I classify this trade as actually high probability. So when I come into chart and look at the forex, we do have actually this equal high, right? So which I wanted to see. Sorry, yeah, I do wanted to see this kind of projection. I mean, there is just few gap, I mean few people left to take the equal high. So that is why I thought that price will just first push higher. But when I came to the 1s chart, I came to realize, and again, that's what made this trade as a high probability. So again, the same analysis, right? Coming into the 1s chart, I saw this demand that was being mitigated at that right at that point before my entry. So this POI formed through a chalk actually, which is making this not high probability, right? We do photon traders again. Repeating myself because photon traders we classify high probability POI when we do have a sweep, right? Formed through POI, and if the POI has caused something significant. But here that's a continuation chalk, which again not a high probability. But what I am looking and classifying this POI as a high probability, that is the sell side liquidity to the POI. That is why this demand is, for me, it's high probability. Whenever we do have a very clean lead, right, coming into session, that too. I like this kind of UI so much, and we do have very clean equal high again. For me, this was the move that I was expecting from pre-markup. Now let's come to the M15 chart, and here you'll notice why this trade I classify as the most high probability trade of my April month. Coming into the M15 chart, I have wrote four notes. I will go through it again. First, at the very first thing, look at the overall structure and compare it to the U. Right? We do not have like this is the structure that we wanted to see actually, and according to the framework that we follow, we came into the premium sort of this range premium, right? And mitigated this POY. Not just this, but mitigation of this M15 POY. First, this POI is formed through this sweep and breakout structure. Okay, so this was valid POI. And coming to the POI, we do have this lead that was making this as a very nice actually POI. Not just this lead, but also the ACL low here. So major sell side liquidity to the POI, and we have this 4H equal high, that is this line you are seeing, stacked with the Asia high, also double top buy side liquidity pending. So what confidence you wanna see more to take trade, right? So that was just enough for me, and I think I do not wanted to add more onto this. So I quickly jump to the execution part, and there was few entry setups. uh, the very first was M15 LC1 and second was M5 LC1. So both the trade were a winning trade. Let me show you how it was formed. It was very I do not have to explain, right? This was the lead LC1 for if you see carefully, this is not the LC1 liquidation. Instead of that, this is LC1, M5 LC1. Go to your chart, uh, check out yourself, you will understand me. And same with the M5. Actually, M15 LC1 and M5 LC1 are same, but yeah, if you use M5 LC1, your entry will be a bit higher, but with the M5 LC1, your entry will be a bit lesser. I mean, M5 LC1 will be entry here, but with the M5, we will be tagged in right here. Again, that's completely irrelevant because entry part for me is a whole other scenario, but building narrative and overall the POI selection is more important for me. So now I'm showing you the live around 9:10 UTC. That was took on April 11th. That was live chart markup. And yeah, this was, if you wanna see, pause the video, read out. That's pretty much what I have explained throughout the video. This is M50 markup, and this was my explanation how I saw things at that point of time. And I have actually, if you want to go more into detail, pause the video right now and read out through these notes, you will be more understanding. Honestly, if you want to improve yourself, this is kind of video that you need to really focus on and yourself finding out this kind of a trade actually. So yeah, this was my entry. Pause video again and read out. And yeah, this was overall the thing that I wanted to share with you all guys. If you do like this video, don't forget to appreciate. That will really motivate me to make this kind of video more. And if you have come to this ending part of this video, let me say you one more thing. This video I have actually recorded one more time, but there was issue with the mic. In between, the mic was like lagging, so I have to delete entire 20-minute video and I have to pre-record it. Yeah, and if you are watching this video through other channel or other Discord channel, I do have my one channel, uh, which is Trader Spectrum. And yeah, nothing to add on. Thank you.